रोड हम काफी बेहतर पोस्चर पे होंगे.
That's correct. So,
I would like to add 2 cents to Jawad Saab's.
सर आप पूरे का पूरा डॉलर ही दे दें.
So, Jawad Saab has really covered it well, and Faisal Saab, he has also briefed really well on the cyber security and but to be on this topic of ransomware, where I would suggest, like Jawad Saab said, that we need to have multiple layers of security. But in addition to having multiple layer of security, you need to have very strong recovery controls. Because when you talk about ransomware or malware, you are talking about something which is bigger than a penetration attack or something, some cyber security attack. Because in ransomware, what the hacker will do, they'll lock your data, they'll encrypt your data, and then they'll ask for some ransom money. And if you have a proper data backup, offline data backup, not online data backup, because in ransomware attacks, anything which is online is prone to that attack, and it can be compromised. So you need to have a proper offline backup strategy, offline and offsite backup strategy, so that if such thing happens to you, you are in a safe hand, that you have all the data, you have all the softwares, you have all the configurations in the offsite. So you don't have to worry that you have to pay some money to someone, some illegit person, for getting your data back or getting your software back. So this is very important, and I've seen that many organizations are transforming from offline backup to online backup, just for the sake of efficiency, easiness, convenience, and for the sake of a technology buzzword that we are now backing up everything online digitally. So this is a very important lesson learned that I want to convey to the industry, that we should keep ourselves abreast with our data on the offline side. So that's my dollar.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for answering.
Discussion with our wife and other family members. So we must also avoid these things.
Sir, I think very well.
Okay, so Hassan, I just want to add something, that when we talk about social engineering, there is a very important aspect of insider attack. So for a hacker, if he or she has someone inside the organization as a friend or as a brother or as any relative, and he build a good term with that person and start getting the information of that organization in the form of either credentials or any other critical information that an organization wants to protect. So we need to look after these insider attacks, because these are very critical, and around 60 to 70% of attacks in cyber security starts with the insider. So we need to train our employees about social engineering. We need to share the latest case studies with our employees on the social engineering, because they are keeping, like for example, if there is a firewall administrator, he is more critical to me than a firewall. If the firewall is properly configured, but he has been compromised against through the social engineering, so that's a major worry for any organization. So we have to make sure that our people are not compromised through social engineering, and they are very well aware that what controls they have to ensure on themselves, not on the organization or on any IT equipment, but on themselves, to ensure the confidentiality of the data and information.
So very interesting.
It is not as secure as your workplaces. So these are few of the things I think which must be taken care of.
It's very well rightly said. Moving on to the next question about, and it is related to the previous discussion that we're having. So cyber attacks have severe financial and reputational impacts. So what can be an effective incident response plan in order to avoid such situations?
I think, Chile, please, please.
Okay. So, first of all, if I look at the question, if we are talking about incident response, so that means that how quickly we are responding to that incident, and the other point is how we have to put preventive controls to happen that incident or avoid that incident. So I'll cover the incident response side. When we talk about the incident response, so we have to have measures to quickly recover from any incident that's given. And in this case, what organizations are doing at the moment, that along with if we talk about security, it also has an element of high availability. So you need to ensure that your whole IT infrastructure and your whole technology stack is highly available within your premises. So in case you come under a cyber attack, you have a mechanism where you can isolate the area which is attacked by the external party, and then you can isolate that area and you can quickly recover from the other side of your infrastructure, so that you can ensure that the incident response, that you have isolated the affected area and then you have restored your services quickly. So for this, many organizations have built in high availability within the same premises, and along with this, they have secondary and tertiary sites from where they can operate in case any cyber attack happens on the primary side and it doesn't affect your secondary or tertiary site, so you can immediately restore your services from those sites. And then there is again we have some learning from recent incidents that happened that have been happening in Pakistan in different organizations, that we also need to now look at the option of having a cold site along with the hot DR site. Right now, when we talk with technology people, they always prefer to have either hot DR sites or warm DR site. But when you look at these different kinds of cyber attacks, such as ransomware or malware attacks, now there is an essential need of having a cold site. If your infrastructure has been attacked and held in a ransomware situation, you need to have a site where you can just restore your backup and immediately start restoring your services.
Keeping your idea in mind, अभी technology still digital में अभी available है, might be you आपने during उसमें देखा भी होगा. There are many renowned good cyber recovery solutions are available, which gives you immutable once you log the clean snapshot of data, उसको immutable vault में डाल देते हैं और उसके बाद आप जो मर्जी कर ले वो उस पर ransomware और इस तरह कोई भी malware attack jump in नहीं करता. So have you seen those things? आपने कोई evaluate किया उसको?
जी, I agree, and many organizations are using such storages where they have anti-ransomware, anti-malware protections. But when you talk about such attacks, जब आप इस तरह के attacks की बात करते हैं, उसमें storage नहीं होती, फिर आपके servers भी compromise होते हैं, servers भी lock हो जाते हैं. तो you have to, then जितना बड़ा infrastructure है, उतना बड़ा आपका एक पूरा recovery process हो जाता है in such attacks. So if you have a site ready, which is a cold site, then using that same immutable storage or anti-ransomware protected storage, you can immediately switch to that site, restore your data onto that side, and within a couple of hours or maximum in a couple of days you can start giving your services. But if you don't have such site, then it will take you a lot of time to build everything from scratch and then restore your data and then restore your services. So this is a major shift that organizations are now thinking of, using such equipments and such controls to protect themselves from such cyber attacks.